哎，请问那个上面有什么呀？
上面是烈士的烈士陵园。
Maps were wrong, and we were able to cut across. From that way, we came up the stairs, across to the road to the Martyr's Tower. Bad news is... 你有炒面吗？
有炒面。
哦，好的。
你看吃什么样的？
做一个牛肉炒面吧。
牛肉炒面。好。
今天还是有点热啊。
热，这还没到更热的时候。
哎，不是应该夏天热吗？春天。
春天这现在季节都转换的太快了，
是吧？
啊，这还不算热，武汉还要热。
我前天都在武汉36度。我
的妈，那是的，那够呛。我前2天才从武汉回嘛，
是吧？
热得不得了，
是吧？
过这2天去旅游是吧？
哎，就4月份在中国，所以我知道襄阳有这个古城嘛，我就过来看一下。
对，还后面还有一个山，
是吧？
烈士塔上面有山，风景很好，可以上去玩一玩，
是吧？
那个地方不错。
好，谢谢。你是这边的人吗？
对，我是襄阳人。他之前总在武汉那边，我最近才回来，是吧？最近回来1年吧，就开这个店了。哦，1年，回来刚刚1年。
那原来在武汉是干什么的？
我原来做贷款。哦。做贷款。后来就疫情嘛，也不好做了。哦，是吧？正好老的也在这边。老的就是爸妈、父母全部在这边。回来照顾他们，年纪大了，80、90岁了已经。是吧？啊。
那他们疫情的时候还好吧？
没有，差点儿。这回疫情差点儿挺不过去。
解封了差点儿的。
解封之后的事儿，解封之后了之后，他也谈不上说是老头厉害。老太太平时身体不太好，但是还好，感觉没什么症状。老头平时身体好，但是他那个症状比较厉害，20多天不想吃东西。
20多天啊？那还蛮厉害。
瘦的只剩一张皮了，恨不得。瘦得很，瘦得像骷髅了。
那算比较严重吧？
他算是原来体质好，挺过来了，后来慢慢的给他打针打好了。
他就没有什么基础病，都还好。但是我爸爸原来也是没什么病，他就也是阳了以后，心脏突然间突发的心脏、高血压，然后又是那个糖尿病，
都有。
一下子全出来了，那1天24小时得打针。打了10多天吧。打了半个多月吧，后来才好。
主要是那个时候买不到药，没有药，发烧药买不到。
我们那时候阳的时候，都是基本上一阳都是一家嘛，一阳一家的。就是突发性的，就是那一段时间就是你毕竟中国人口太多了，爆发性的那种。人太多了。
奇怪的就是他坐在家里他也得了，他也还压根儿老头老太太都没出门。
没出去，他也
都没出门，他在自己家里就得了，莫名其妙的。
可能就空气啊或者什么里头都是有这种。
哎呀，这一波把人害得不轻。
哎呀，其实阳了也就那样，你有啥害得不轻？不阳了，大家都阳过吗？不都差不多。
你那时候打的是什么辉瑞吗？
什么东西？
疫苗。
疫苗是那个美国的。
美国那个辉瑞吗？
对。
我们打的都是那个中国的那个疫苗。
北科我只打了1针。西科我只打了1针。
新西兰如果你不打疫苗的话，你就哪都去不了，不能去，除了超市还有医院，你不能去看电影啊，你不能去吃饭啊，你在外面吃饭。
我们这连街都不能上。
一定要刷码的知道吧？
我们这连恨不得小地方都进不了，
是吧？
那也还好吧，我们那只是扫健康码，不是说那个疫苗码。就是你做了核酸，你就可以。
但是健康码上面都有啊，全部都有啊。
但是你也只打了1针呐，你那我是打了2针，那轩1针都没打，我女儿1针也没有打呀。她照样上学干嘛的，什么样的也还好，就是主要是做核酸那个看健康码。不是说疫苗不是强制性的。
多少钱呢
？16块钱。老公一早零钱。
他不管那种有现金。
没关系，你有的。中国都是用支付宝。
对啊，这个已经淘汰了吧？
对。
现金我们都很少存了。
你看我们基本上来的人，我们是没有现金的。
换一下。
换一下。小麦边换。
烈士塔。 烈士塔，对。
就从这块走的那头往那边直接走。
就左转。
对，走到头左转。
走到头不是这个头，还前面那个头。
好，谢，没事，慢走啊。好嘞。
Well, I found some lunch, and I've gotten some directions on another place we can go. Lieshita. I don't know what it is, but we will go investigate now that we've got a full belly. All the kids back there are heading back to class because it's almost 2 o'clock. If that school is like most Chinese schools, they'll get a break from 12 till 2. They'll either eat at the school canteen if they've got one, or more likely head out to this little street which is full of little milk tea shops and fried chicken shops and noodle and rice shops. As soon as I saw a school, I figured I would be okay for lunch. So yeah. Also shows you how much everyone uses their phone to pay for stuff, because I paid by cash. It was a 16 kwai dish. I gave him 21, so he only had to give me a 5 instead of 4 ones. And he had to go change the money. He had to go get some change. He had to go break 100 at the shop next door because he didn't have any change on him. Right, having just plugged in the words that our man at the noodle shop said about as a good place to see, it occurs to me, I think he means the Martyr's monuments. Lieshi, of course, means martyr. I knew that. And Pa is a tower, but I guess maybe in this case it's a monument. So yeah, he reckons it's a good look. He's a local guy. Let's follow his advice and see if it's worth a gander. Now to get to this monument, we got to cross back over the mighty moat. This side we've not been on until now. But the Han River's on that side, so the river seems to kind of flow a circle around the moat to keep the moat full. It's also interesting to hear our noodle shop man say that he used to work in Wuhan, but he gave up the business, I'm assuming in some kind of mortgage trade, maybe a broker, because he said he was doing mortgages, but because of the pandemic, came back to his hometown and opened up a noodle shop. Like everywhere else, housing market and all kind of other jobs were influenced by the pandemic, so that guy was no different. Now the map is saying to go that way and then turn right, but I am keen to go this way, and I think it's that sucker way up the top. I think it's going to connect all in this park. Let's go check out whatever that stuff is. $1948 something memorial. So that's not the clearest writing I've ever seen, but I'm guessing some martyrs or some soldiers or some workers. 1948, that's World War II, Civil War, sorry, for China. Right, that's the Martyrs Pavilion, and we're heading up the hill to the Martyrs Monument. Having just sat here for a few minutes thinking about it, I reckon that's probably liberation of Xiangyang. If it's 1948, that would make sense. Civil War, that would have been when the People's Liberation Army rocked on up into Xiangyang. But anyway, I can see some stairs in our future. At least nice and shaded. Somebody's balloon got stuck up there. Now as I'm about halfway up these steps, maybe a bit under, map tells us this is not the way to the monument, but something else. Apparently to get to the monument you have to go down and up that way. I checked both maps, the one that I've been using and then the one that the guard recommended to me a few weeks ago. I'm come this far, I'm still gonna see what's up there. There's some people coming down, so maybe I'll ask them. 哎，请问那个上面有什么呀？
上面是烈士的烈士陵园。
不是那个烈士塔吧？
好像没有，好像没有塔。
是吧？
嗯。
好吧。
就是陵园上面就是一个山，再往上走是个山头啊，对，没有塔。
好吧，那我继续上去。
可以上去看看。
好，谢谢。Yeah, they confirm this is not the way to the tower, but some other kind of memorial. So we might have 2 trips up this hill. I'm not supposed to check into my hotel till 4 o'clock and it's only 2:30. Get some more steps into your son. Whatever this place is, it looks closed, which is fitting with me coming to visit places. It's like the visitor center for this Martyr's Park. If I'm not mistaken, heroic revolutionary martyrs or some such. There they are. A lot of steps. Looks like we got the tombs of some actual specific named martyrs. Some of these aren't even that old. Some of them are from like the 70s, some from the 90s, and they just keep going on. It's like a martyr's graveyard. Right, do you want the good news or the bad news? The good news is maps were wrong and we were able to cut across from that way. We came up the stairs across to the road to the Martyr's Tower. Bad news is that is a lot of steps to keep going up. I did just speak to a chap off camera who reckons we are more than halfway there. So let's keep going. Uh, 这上面是不是那个烈士塔呀？哦，好，谢谢。No harm in double checking before I go up all these bloody steps. I can't speak that much for the martyrs because I don't actually know if there's any specific event that these martyrs are linked to. But these gardeners, they're keeping this place spick and span. 你好，累死了。你们不会经常来这里玩吧？
还好吧，没那么累，你就从下面上来嘛。
这还不累？
还好。
比我厉害一些。Well, suitably emasculated for complaining about the hike. She says it's not too bad. She's up a few steps. Here we are. Well, this is the monument, folks, and I'm kind of glad we did get all the way to the top. I've had a brief read of that as much as I could, and if I'm not mistaken, this Martyr's Memorial memorializes soldiers who died during the Civil War in a campaign to liberate Xiangyang or Xiangyang. So it's kind of similar to what we kind of guessed at the bottom, looking at the year 1948. It talks about Chairman Mao's leadership and using kind of guerrilla tactics and eventually kind of destroying 20,000 nationalist soldiers into the liberation of this city. So there you go. That's what this monument and all the accompanying stairs is about. Revolutionary martyrs who fought in the Civil War to liberate this area from those dastardly nationalists. Let's keep going. There's a little bit more to see over there. Revolutionary Martyr's Tomb. There's been some flowers laid at the tomb. They look pretty fresh, but it was Qingming Festival, which is like the festival for remembering your dead, only a week or two ago, probably 2 weeks. So it's possible they were laid then. That would have been the time to do it, but like I said, they still look really fresh. One of them is from a middle school, which probably would have come here on one of their spring trips maybe. Brought some flowers with them. More stairs. One last placard to read, and if you're thinking, hey, it's more CCP kind of propaganda, I think it's just kind of fire management stuff for the park. Don't set fires and things like that. So something non-political. That's the end of the road. That's the Martyr's Memorial Monument Tower, which we didn't even know was here until we talked to a noodle shop owner who said it was worth a look. There's a lot of stairs, but it was certainly kind of a satisfying way to end the day. Coming to the top of this hill, seeing that big old monument which kind of sticks its head out the top asking to be looked at and at least kind of understood as to what it's all about. So there you go. I'm gonna chill out here, this nice park bench for a few minutes before heading back on down those stairs and in search of my hotel and probably a quick shower. Do you want to see quickly what 170 yuan or about 25 bucks American got me here in Xiangyang? Like literally there's a baby about to come past, a baby. Baby, why is that baby not in bed?